Going to talk today about a throw that I always see mentioned by BJJ guys in comments, that it sucks, quote unquote, for BJJ. It's bad for BJJ. You get your back taken, you get submitted, blah, 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 blah. So just for context, I'm a BJJ black belt too, like judo black belt, BJJ black belt. So that's not to say, look at me, I'm awesome. It's to say, like, I actually kind of have a little bit of context in both areas. So I think I understand where the pure BJJ guys are coming from when they say that it sucks, because when they see someone in a competitive judo tournament setting go for it, they're going with full commitment with the only goal to get back flat on the mat for a clean ippon, right? So it might look something like this coming in, like real full commitment, landing here, and in a way that it looks like he already has my back. And now all of a sudden, if this is BJJ, Adam is getting my back, choking me to death. Okay. And not to say that's, the cleanest example of that throw, but just to show the basic problem that it demonstrates. Let's talk about why this throw, Ko Uchi Gari, is not only not a sucky throw for BJJ, but an amazing throw for BJJ when you do it right, or when you do it with BJJ as a setting in mind, okay? And one of the first examples of that is when it's like a real shallow one, where it's not with a lot of deep penetration, and where it's based on movement and timing more than it is aggressive athletic body entry. Okay, so when guys are moving their feet around, you see this in high level wrestling matches too. Okay, with the right timing. Oop. Is he taking my back? Is he like choking me for right away on landing? No, he is not. And I have my choice of dominant positions that I can claim on entry. So that's just one example, okay? And I'm not going to give you the most detailed, high-level technical explanation on how to do that, but in simplest terms, right? Even if he's doing more of a BJJ posture, so do more of a BJJ posture, okay? As we're stepping, that foot is going to be coming in at some point, okay? And as that foot is coming in, right, that's when I'm reaching behind, okay? And I'm trying to kind of just barely, shallowly touch it and drag it with my body, okay? So that's number one. But number two, even for a variation of this throw where I actually do chase him to the ground a little bit, I just don't land as close to his upper body, because I'm not going just for a pure judo ippon. I have different goals than just a pure judo ippon, okay? So this one's not going to be quite as shallow where it's just the foot, grabbing the foot. This one, I am going to be a little more deeply penetrated, but look, I kept grips without chasing my upper body to his upper body. And now, what situation does this become awesome for BJJ? Because there's a foot right there, okay? And all of a sudden I can get my choice of footlock entries to do. Like really, really aggressive ones where I'm already pinning his other leg, okay? Hot. Okay, if I want to do like heel hooky kind of entries, I can do that too. If I want to do straight ankle, I can do that. And there's even a context where we have a completely different set of footlocks open depending on how not footlocks, let's say leg locks, right? Where with just a little bit higher penetration here, I can land directly to that knee bar where you're riding top half guard. You slide yourself down a little bit, and it has that built-in knee bar where you're executing it just with your legs. Again, all of these techniques are beyond the scope of this short explanation video, right? We could go into expanded detail for any one of those, but just at a high level, this is a quick rebuttal to that Ko Uchi Gari sucks for BJJ. No, it doesn't. It just sucks if you're using it with a pure judo ippon mindset, where you're a lot more reckless with exposing your back, right? And the reason that happens, again, in those pure judo competitive environments is because all they care about is the ippon. But if you have other concerns like, hey, what happens once we hit the ground? You just modify it like that much, just that much. And then all of a sudden it goes from having liabilities to having built-in BJJ transitions, some of which can win you the match immediately, because someone is the least able to defend attacks when they're getting thrown and when they're first hitting the ground. And that's when you are most able to get your attacks, right? because their job is falling, their job is framing, their job is making sure they don't get broken on landing or whatever, doing a break fall, and as they're doing that, that's when you're snatching stuff up. So just a little something for you guys to chew on, just a little bit of a video rebuttal to that "it sucks," which always makes me laugh a little bit, right? So hope you guys have fun with it. Train safe.